of applause for your first or second comedian of the night, Tyler Witt.
It's a long, awkward walk up here. Keep it going for Cheyenne, everybody. She is correct. She is her father's son. I had a flat tire last week. She's who I called. Got that shit handled right away. So she said, my name is Tyler Wick. That is my government name. Wick is my last name. And before you start smirking and thinking you got a clever joke, I've heard it all. Every single time in the last 5 years I've gone to a liquor store or an airport, that person that checks my ID thinks they're a fucking comedian. They look at it, they're like, huh, Wick, any relation to John? Like, yeah, we've all seen the fucking movies. Can we hurry this up, please? One time they called over a supervisor. He tried to do the same joke. I was like, he left my mom when I was 4 to get milk to kill people. Can we just keep it pushing, please? I hate it. I hate my last name for various reasons. Just to introduce myself, let you know something about me. I am a superhero. My superpower is none of your fucking business, but I'll let you know what my weakness is. My kryptonite, as you would say, is whenever I hear baby, I'm almost there, no matter what I'm doing, I just stop. Judging by some of the faces in the crowd, I am not the only superhero here tonight. Looking at you, Steven. Also, you might not be able to tell by looking at me, I used to be 300 pounds. Yeah. A little bit of hard work, a little bit of dedication, 4-year heroin addiction. Anyone can do it. But I like when those Facebook photos pop up in my timeline from when I went from 300 pounds to 142 pounds. All the pictures say the same thing. Hey, for 3 catalytic converters and a backpack full of copper, you too could look like this. Don't do drugs, people. So, also something about me is I identify as a GSM. It's a new phrase I just came up with. I'm a gay, straight man. You ladies laugh and seem confused, but every guy in here knows what I'm talking about. I have a gag reflex. I get uncomfortable if I wipe too hard. But if you read my group text with my other guy friends, it's the gayest shit you've ever read in your entire life. We will all go to jail for sure if that information ever gets out. So, I'm turning 40 in January. Don't woo that. Everything hurts. I threw my back out when I coughed the other day. It's terrible. I hate it. But I've been learning a lot about myself lately, and I think the biggest thing I've learned is I'm fucking dumb. I say dumb shit. I do dumb things. Recently, someone introduced himself to me as non-binary. I gave him a high five and said, I didn't like math in high school either. Not what they meant at all. But I say dumb shit too. I pulled up to a homeless guy recently outside, gave him $5, and he looked at me and goes, I appreciate you. And I said, I appreciate you. And we just kind of awkwardly stared at each other, and the only thing I could think to do was just gave him the finger guns. Reality, I should have gave him my car and drove off, but it's fine. But when I start thinking about it, I've been dumb my entire life. Quick poll of the crowd, how old was everybody when they realized what oral sex was? Don't answer that, it's awkward. I was 16 years old. Up until that point, I thought oral sex was dirty talk. Because, you know, oral, speech, it made sense in my dumb brain. And when I was 16 years old, outside of a skating rink, a girl told me that that's not what that meant. And that's also the night I became a man. I got a blowjob, Steven, is the end of that story. Where are my single people at? I've been single for a while. You guys still use dating apps? Anybody doing any good on dating apps? No. I had a terrible fucking time on dating. I tried to use them all. Tinder, Bumble, Grindr. I got off that one when I realized what was going on. Plenty of fish. Facebook dating. I got back on Grindr for a little bit because I missed the free drinks and the compliments. But the thing about being single, you don't understand the advantage you have. When you're in a relationship, you get into what I like to call nothing fights. And they're the worst. The number one fight is always where we're going to eat. It doesn't matter what meal, what time, what day. We could be outside of a fucking restaurant and the answer is always going to be, I don't care, what do you want? It drives me insane. But recently we got into a pretty serious fight and I would like to share that with you here tonight and ask you all a question. Is a cookie a dessert or a snack?
Both.
Who said dessert? Who said snack? Who thinks it's both?
Hey.
Both, you're half right. If you think it's a dessert, you're a fucking terrorist. It's a snack. Unless you add ice cream, whipped cream, and other things, because I'm a fat guy and I love that shit, it's a snack. Everyone should know that. So I'm from Tulsa. Just curious, who's all from Oklahoma City here? Who's all from this area?
Y'all came in from Tulsa?
Everyone here's from Tulsa?
Jeez, thanks.
Fuck yeah. Give it up for everyone from Tulsa real quick. Jesus Christ. This is like an open mic where people actually pay attention. I like this shit. Normally it's like 4 people that don't listen. I love that. So how are the homeless around here? Yeah, in Tulsa they're super, super aggressive. I don't love it. The other day I was leaving Quick Trip and normally you know, hey, do you have any change? You hit them with the, no, I'm sorry, I don't. I always go with the, sorry, I don't carry cash. I thought I was in the clear, and this guy goes, you got Cash App? Got a little off guard. But I do comedy, so I'm quick on my feet. So I said, sorry bro, my phone's dead. Genius move in my mind. I made it 2 steps, and he goes, you want to borrow my charger? But I'm a good Christian man. I know the right thing to do. So I took his charger, got in my car, and I drove the fuck off. Fuck that guy. Got real quiet. You guys love the homeless here. So I travel a lot for work. I spend a lot of time in airports. Anybody fly around here? Least favorite thing about the airport, if you're standing up before your boarding group is called, I hope you catch chlamydia mid-flight. Get the fuck out of the way. And it's always a 7-year-old woman, and you just want to kind of give her one of these when you walk by. But now I'm on a list, and I have to take the bus everywhere. But I went down to the godless country known as Florida. Anybody been to Florida recently? It's the fucking worst, and it's split into sections. I was in Miami, which is Spanish for we have no fucking laws. I watched a stripper fist fight a homeless guy over who was next in line for tacos. I was next in line, but I wasn't about to say shit. I took my bag of cocaine, I threw it to the side, I got my tacos, and I got the fuck out of there. And then went to Jacksonville. Any Disney adults in here? Thank God, I was worried about the guy in the squirrel costume there for a second. Disney adults belong on a fucking list. I'm not saying it's the Epstein list, but if you put them side by side, there's going to be some connections. And then I made my way up to, whatever's at the top of Florida. I fucking forgot what Florida is at this point. That's basically when you take Oklahoma and add alligators. Meth, fentanyl, to the people on go-karts. It was amazing. So I'll wrap it up real quick. I have a baby with a stripper. Yeah. And my friends love to give me shit about it. And It's a co-parenting situation, and recently my son got in trouble at school, came home with a violation. I sat him down, I was like, hey buddy, what's going on? He's like, well, apparently I talk too much in class, I'm a smart aleck, and mom says I get it from my father. It's rude. But I know in a co-parenting situation you shouldn't talk down about the other parent. So I thought about what to do, so I grabbed a handful of dollar bills, threw them up in the air, and I said, why don't you go and pick those up? You're your mother's son. I've been telling you guys have a good night.